Hi everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. We are rolling into day 24 of Junk Journal Round Robin. For those of you who are just tuning in, this is the round robin that I am hosting. It is a two-person swap with my friends Shell and Mary Ellen, who I've linked here and in the description box. And this goes for the whole month of November. So there's lots of videos to catch up on if you're just joining us. So today from Mary Ellen, I have this envelope sort of made from a magazine. We will open this up. Okay. Whee. Oh, that's pretty. Some origami paper. That's really beautiful. Look at these lovelies. Okay. That's a nice start. Then, in this envelope from Shell, teeth. Scary teeth. Okay. Delta Triennial. Arkansas Museum of Fine Art. This is really funny. The best of Arkansas. Cool. Afrocentric education. Cool. Okay. A portrait of George Washington and his slaves. Okay. Let me think. The marriage of these two things, I'm trying to kind of come up with what I would do. I could vocalize what I'm thinking. Like, you know, obviously I could take the background out here. We could have some kind of, you know, trippy background in behind the teeth. We could replace the teeth with this kind of paper. We could add some kind of extra piece to this to like give it more of a face. It would be perfect for like your creepy kind of journal, right? Your Curiosa type journal. I'm just trying to decide if I'm feeling in that today or not. You have to, excuse me, I'm yawning. I have to be in the mood, I think, to like create that kind of thing, which can be arranged, but I don't think I can use the two together necessarily. Sometimes I think you have to process this in a way that like, would one ruin the other, you know, if we were to use them together. So I have to think about that. Like, I'm half tempted to do some anatomical type piece with this. And I know that Shell sends me these things because like she's hoping I will do some kind of creepy cool thing, because I think we connect. You know how when you appreciate how other people do things? I know my Curiosa kind of stuff, I think a lot of people enjoy. So I feel like I'd be doing a disservice to this piece if I didn't use it for that. But then these I want to use for something different. So somehow I can tie this in. I think I'm going to grab my Grey's Anatomy book and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my great big Grey's Anatomy book here. I think I need to get another Grey's Anatomy book soon. I'm like starting to run out of like anatomical illustration a little bit. So first I want to find a certain kind of something. Okay. So, you know, the interesting thing about art and patterns is when we compare something like this sphenoid bone and you look at this image, you know, you can see how art is often modeled from nature. So I'm going to keep that thought in mind. And then these, let's just cut that in half. Set those aside as fodder and I can get rid of that piece. Now, I'm looking for something kind of specific for this piece here. So let's kind of go through. I think I've used almost all of like the head type stuff in here. We're in the genitalia, guys. Look out. Don't be scared. Okay. Yes, this is kind of more along the lines of what I might want for this particularly. think would be cool. Blood vessels, love it. Okay, and then do I need more pieces? I've got that and that. 1 and 2. Okay, I might be okay. But let me just take a quickie look. I'm doing too much yawning today. I am sleepy. I don't know why. I think it's raining. I just feel a little sleepy when it rains. Let's go with what I've got so far. So, the next step I need is a folder, because you always need a folder. Okay. This is what I'm looking for. We need to open this up. This reminds me of, like, every now and then I get these weird, so like I like watching medical documentaries, but sometimes when you watch certain things your algorithm gets a little wacky, and sometimes mine will bring me to these weird like dental videos that happen somewhere in Asia where people don't have great access to dentistry, and you just see these like crazy dental cleanings going on, and people's teeth look sort of like this. And they're just like blowing away all of this tartar and plaque, and it's like their poor gums and their poor mouths are just so annihilated by the end of it. Well, I mean, obviously what they're doing is improving the situation, but I feel for them. Dentistry is such an integral thing. It should be part of every universal health care plan, and every country should have a universal health care plan. Okay. Because, yeah, your teeth can do a lot of bad things when they're not taken care of. All right. Okay, put this pancreas image aside. Now we have a couple options here. Just thinking. My head's going in a few different directions right now. It's like I'm thinking about either, you know, creating some kind of like a tag or something with that as the background, but I feel like it's still just too nondescript, especially because, you know, we would recognize teeth going this way. And then I'm thinking, what if I backed this round anatomical image and I use this in the middle as like, you know, kind of a spine sort of cover to this, you know, kind of anatomical looking thing. That might be kind of neat. I think I prefer that over the other option. But then I'm also like looking at these teeth individually and thinking, what else would you look like? If I put a little roof on you and drew some windows, you'd be a little house. So yeah, there's kind of a lot to process. But I think I'm going to go with the second idea. I think, which involves gluing this down, I think. We'll get through this, don't worry. Although some of you may already be too scared and have already gone, I'll catch you later, Cindy. Also possible. We'll be okay. You know, the fun thing is this is only paper. That's all it is. No stress, only paper. It's funny, like making things, you know. I feel some sort of a responsibility to, like, everything I make, it will need to be used for something, and that's why I guess I feel conscious to what I make, because I'm like, we can't waste any of this stuff, we need to use it, so it's got to go into a journal. And so yeah, nothing goes to waste in this studio. And I guess I probably could have waited to cut it inside, because I'm going to be cutting it out again, but that's okay. Let's just separate it now. I'm going to cut from the outside first. I went out with my husband and my mother-in-law for Filipino food today, and it was so good. It's the lovely thing about having a half Filipino family is lots of good Filipino food. And it's my son's birthday, as I'm filming this tomorrow. He wanted a rainbow cake. My kids have been really into pudding cakes I've been making. So one day, just out of the blue, I had this craving for banana pudding. And I just made a golden, like, kind of cake, or a butter pecan type cake. And I just cooked a banana pudding and put it on top of it like a pudding cake, and my kids loved it so much that that's what my daughter was like, you know, usually I end up making a very complex character type cake for their birthdays. Like, I've made a very elaborate Cookie Monster cake with all the fur and the big eyes and the crumbled cookie and all of that. I've made a Sonic the Hedgehog and Tails cake that was really very detailed. You know, all that kind of stuff. And then this year she was like, no, I just want your banana cake, Mom. I want the banana pudding cake. And I'm like, okay, you're taking it easy on me, kid. And then my son, I asked him what kind of cake he wanted, and he said rainbow, but he wants a pudding cake too, but he wants chocolate pudding. So we're going to do white chocolate pudding, and we're going to put sprinkles in it to get even more rainbow, and put that on top of a rainbow chip cake, and I think that they will both be very, very happy. November is like cake month for me because it's two birthdays, two kiddos. Okay, we need a hydration break. All that cake discussion. All right, so this foldy. Oops, did I just bonk you? I'm sorry. My house is so quiet because the family's out shopping and my kids are at school, and it's just so quiet. Did I fold that in the right spot or the wrong spot? Possibly the wrong spot. Right here. That's maybe better. Yeah, that's cool actually. Because I feel like, you know, it's clearly anatomical, and like if you were to pick this up, like you'd sort of be like, what is that? Oh, okay, it's teeth. Like, yeah, I think that's very neat. So we will take our glitter glue to this. Yeah, that's really neat. All right, then so we definitely have something for our next day of like anatomical kind of journal Halloween maybe, or something of that nature. Although, goodness knows, I have so many different themes that pop into my head all the time that this could end up in so many things. So, now we need to carry this on with the origami paper. And like I said, I don't necessarily feel like there's a connection between these. I mean, I could have used it as the background inside the teeth maybe to just make it an overall more colorful booklet in this piece, but I think what I'd rather do is make like a family of pieces, and I'm gonna do that just by using a piece of this. I'm gonna set this one aside, I think, for now. Same. This is the one I'm looking for. Okay. It's very chilly and rainy today. I know that in Canada, across the prairies, they're starting to get snow. And I don't know, I'm not looking forward to snow really at this point. I usually, once it happens, if it's like cold and quiet and snowing out, I like it. But right now it's just cold and wet and rainy, and so I'm totally not feeling like snow would make the situation better. Like at all. So I'm kind of hoping it just doesn't come right now. So I'm just going to cut out these anatomical bits here. Actually, these are kind of boring, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they're not. Let me see. Okay. Then I want to do the same kind of thing. I want to glue these down on a backing. Okay. And then we're going to just kind of fussy cut around these, leaving a little bit of space. I love Grey's Anatomy books, especially the ones that leave some of the old text in the illustrations. You can often find some nice old copies, but even the more modern ones are great. They're also fun for coloring and watercoloring, because like the illustrations of bones and, you know, capillaries and things, like they're just so interesting. Right, move on to this. This pelvis. After I am done with this video this morning, I need to get started packing with my daughter for her camping trip. I like to get all that kind of stuff done like days ahead of time so that like I don't have to fight with it all last minute looking for things. I keep meaning to like just keep a little suitcase for her with things like her mess kit and her flint and stone and all her camping gear in it that she takes when she goes on camping trips with her clubs, and I keep forgetting to do it. I keep emptying out the whole suitcase, putting all the stuff away, and then I'm like, why did I do this? Because now I have to repack it all. I've just had such a back-to-back week of busyness. Oh my goodness. But I am excited because I've tried this new product, because I don't know, for those of you who hang around here, you know I have issues with insomnia. So I decided to try this product that I had seen another YouTuber who talks about sleep health with, and I can't even remember who she was now, which is unfortunate because she led me on to the product. But Also, if you know me, I am not someone who sells health and wellness stuff or believes in the practices of multi-level marketing or any of that. So this is not that. Let me just mention that. And I'm also not affiliated with this in any way. I'm only mentioning it because I've been having a surprisingly good experience. So there's this stuff called Beam Organics, and they make this product called Beam Dream. And it's to help with insomnia, and it's a blend of different kinds of ingredients that are kind of targeted toward insomnia, most of which you might know. But I think the interesting thing is that it's a blend, and those different things kind of come at insomnia in different ways. Like some can kind of help you get to sleep, and then some can help you stay asleep. So I ordered like the Beam Dream, it's like called like the Founder's Blend in cocoa and cinnamon. And because I live in Canada, like they have normal strength, regular strength, and then extra strength. But in Canada, because this ships from the US, I'm not sure exactly of the reason. I can only order the Founder's Blend, which has the lower amount of all of the ingredients in it. I don't know if that's because of like, border shipping kind of drama or something. Yeah, but it's working for me. So essentially what the ingredients are, there is hemp. It is non-THC, which means it provides no effect of like being high, being drugged, no dizziness, no inebriation, right? So it's not like a CBD or something. It's just hemp. And reishi, which is obviously a mushroom, that has also a known effect on sleep. Melatonin, which is a pharmaceutical, a natural and very safe kind of common thing for sleep. And for some people that on its own works. For me alone, it doesn't. Magnesium, and then I think some like Therian or something. I can't remember the name of the other thing. And it's another kind of not a pharmaceutical, but more natural kind of pharmaceutical type thing. So like I am not really someone who likes to take a lot of supplements or things like that. I find I try to keep myself healthy through the food that I eat and through, my lifestyle more than things I'm putting extra into my body. So what I can tell you though is I was getting to a point where a bit of anxiety about some things that have been happening lately, as well as just seasonal anxiety and my own generalized insomnia, seasonal insomnia and generalized insomnia, have been kind of keeping me up. So I wasn't going to get it because I thought, it's a little pricey, especially because it's in US dollars and I'm in Canada. But my husband said, like, what is the cost of good sleep to you? So I said, I guess you have a point, but I still didn't get it. But then he got it for me. And so this was my third night after taking it. And like, it has worked really well for me each night. I've been easily getting to sleep and then like also staying asleep. It like if I wake up in the night because I need to like go to the washroom or the kids wake me up or something, what I used to do is I was up, like I couldn't get back to sleep. I would try and I just couldn't, and it was really frustrating. So I would sit and kind of scroll on my phone, which is awful. It doesn't help you to get to sleep at all. And then I would eventually just exhaust myself, but it would usually be around 6 a.m. when that happened. And that's the time that like my kids start to wake up or like I need to start getting ready. So I was never able to kind of recover that lost sleep properly. So now when I woke up like at 2 o'clock or something, and I felt sleepy, and that like feeling you get as you're going to sleep, it's that lulled, relaxed kind of feeling. That's how I felt. I got up, went to the washroom, got a drink, because I get thirsty at night. Sometimes it's strange, especially in the winter when like it's dry. So I got a drink and then came back to bed and went right back to sleep. And that's been the experience for 3 nights now. The first night I actually didn't wake up at all. The second night it was like once. Last night it was twice, but I think there were other factors there. But the point is like I'm going back to sleep. So I am happy about it. And also, it tastes very good. It's like having a frothy hot chocolate before bed, which I can't complain about that. And so I think I'm going to keep using it for a while because it's working for me quite nicely. I'm going to go around the edge of these. And also, I don't feel groggy in the morning. Like, that's like something, I know a lot of people will take like NyQuil to try to sleep. I worry about that though for like your kidneys and your liver, right? Because it's got, you know, it's more of a medicine. It's got like medicine in it, like ibuprofen or, you know, Tylenol or something, one of those pain reliever type things. I also don't know what its formula is. I know that kids can't, you know, take a lot of those Robitussin, NyQuil type drugs. So I imagine there's something your liver and kidneys are having to process a lot more extra. And I don't think it's good to probably take it on a long-term basis. So I didn't ever want to take something like that just for sleep, because that's not what it's for. It's for like when you have a cold, right? So, all right. So all that sleep talk. Here we have, this is like a very fun anatomical kind of day that I did not anticipate. This reminds me very much of this book that I want to show you guys. I want to start doing Friday flip throughs of like really cool books that I have. I just got a really good one called like Sacred Beauty or something. And it's kind of like the beauty of like nature and like, I guess the natural process of like death and decay and that sort of thing. And these kind of take me there. So yeah, I like all of that. And I will be back tomorrow. I think that I'm good for today. I'll be back tomorrow with more Junk Journal Round Robin. Thank you for hanging out with me. I hope you have a great day. Bye for now.